You want a war? You're going to get one.
What was that? He had enough time for one more play.
He had an opportunity to win that game at the end.
But the referee screwed us. The brother screwed us.
I'm upset, but
the brother screwed us.
At least they fought back and tried.
Only Cowboys game.
You
The
literally
brother screwed us. The brother screwed us. We had one man opportunity for one more play.
Dallas still stinks.
Yo, by the way, Kick Dick back here. Welcome to Monday Night Football. Man, it feels like it's been forever since we streamed the game. Holy crap. What is going on, everybody? I hope you guys are doing well. Hope you had a wonderful holiday and Thanksgiving and all that stuff. It is good to see you. And, of course, as we say every December, Merry Cowboys Choke Season. It is here. It is that time of year. And I love it. Richie MC, what's going on? Chris North, what's up? Danielson, what is happening? Rocco, what's going on? Steven, Logan Motorsports, Eagles fan Clark, my man Clark. Thank you guys for being here. We got the Doll Princess of YouTube is here. Royalty is in the house. Left Coast Eagle, what's going on? Thank you guys for being here. Anybody I missed, I apologize. A Warrior Rage, Chris. Little Griffith, UDT Ghost, Caleb, Eric, Chester Parks, and my man Mav. Thank you for being here. The Patriots are wearing their throwbacks. These throwbacks to me are probably number 2 or probably number 3 or 4 best throwbacks. I do not know why. I'll say not so much throwback, the logo. I don't know why the Patriots went away from that logo. It's a badass logo. What is up, Big Mix? What is up, Larry? What is up, Explorer, Hung Meow, Danielson? I bet this game. I got the Patriots -7 and the over under 47. So I got Patriots giving 7 points. And they're driving right now at the 23. May gets out of trouble. Looks, throws it away. What up, J-Dog? What's happening? Woo, what a game. Well, we'll see. It's not the greatest game, but it's a game nonetheless. Nevada, what's going on? He goes, yo, Philly, what's cracking? What's happening, my man? I remember Eason and Grogan wearing, yeah, remember Eason? Yeah, Those were good old. Those were great. That's a great logo, man. I don't know why they got rid of it. I even like the colors better. Mean Metal Mike, what's going on? SE 2.25, what's happening? Rosie, what's going on? House Nelson, what's happening? Left Coast says, I heard it was Jalen who threw eggs at KP's house. Yeah, what was the deal with that? Did somebody really do that? Did they really throw eggs in his house, or was that just a just a story? That's messed up, man. For you saw Patua's place last night, you really can throw them rocks. That's a shame if people are doing that. What up, 500? Hope you enjoyed your weekend off, brother. Yeah, man, it was good, man. It was good family time. I unplugged yesterday. I watched football. Didn't go online much. It was a quiet day. PD Tad goes, it was a rock, and yes, it's true. Wow, a rock. Yeah, that's horrendous. That's not going to help our reputation. Going to KP, effing his way. No, it's not cool. Not cool at all. What, was he even home? They said it was eggs, not rocks. Whatever it is, man. I don't know why people do shit like that. Of course, we're gonna get blamed for it. I'm gonna get blamed for it. You watch. I'll get fans on here come in and blame me like I did it. There's a handoff. The Patriots going down and scoring. I'm not doing okay right now. Thank you for the super chat, but man, appreciate it. He goes, I was part of the egging guys. My bad. I suggested Nick's house. Jeez. It's crazy. Justin Herbert got surgery on his non-throwing hand. Got to win this game. So is he going to play or is he not playing? I mean, surgery on his non-throwing hand, does that mean he's going to play or is it too soon after surgery? There's a little throw to the running back out of the backfield, gets about 2. What do you guys think about Mike Kafka as offensive coordinator? Like, if he ends up leaving the Giants, would you consider him as offensive coordinator? Why isn't your channel popping up at the top of my YouTube feed when I'm subscribed and all that? I had to actually search your username to live feed. YouTube does me dirty, man. That's all I can say at this point. YouTube does me dirty. They do it, and I get I get more complaints about that than anything. I don't know. I don't know why they do that. Even like if I put a video out, I'll look at my wife's look at her notifications on YouTube. I won't even get a notification that I put a video out. So I apologize, man. I don't know. I'm not doing okay, man. By the way, thank you for that super chat. I don't know if I said that or not. But, this game. Herbert said he's prepping as if he's starting. Yeah, I mean, I would assume he's going to try. But you got to hit to look. If the Eagles can't get to him, what's it going to matter? They better be able to get to him. YouTube's still mad about the Phillies. It goes way before that. It goes back to when we had the whole virus thing going on. That's when it all started. All right. Patriots score. They go up 3-0. I need points tonight, man. And Dart is back after a concussion. We shall see what he's got. Philly, were you going 1-4? Philly, we're going 1-4, miss the playoffs, and Nick will get canned. I think we're gonna get hot and we're gonna go back to Super Bowl and win it. How about that? I bet you nobody on earth is talking or considering that as a possibility. You know? If the Eagles do not win the division, I don't see a choice, but you have to fire them. You can't have a coach collapse historically 2 out of 3 years. I don't care if he won Super Bowl. Doug Peterson was fired for way less. No, you hit someone's comment about KP? I hit nobody's comment. What are you talking about? You're not talking to me then. I didn't hide anybody's comment. I don't know what's going on in chat, but I don't know what you're talking about. Nick says, no change. Sirianni protects his bestie Kevin. 3rd and long, Patulo shocker. I know. No changes at all. No one in the NFC scares me. Gotta stack wins. I mean, that's the crazy thing is the Rams go in and they will end up losing to Carolina. This thing is wide open. If the Eagles would have just took care of the Bears, they would be the number 1 seed right now. It's so stupid. Yeah, Dougie was fired with quickness. Dougie was fired after winning a Super Bowl and going to the playoffs 3 straight years. You know, you can't lose a division. You just can't do it. You can't collapse that way. You know, you just can't. Yeah, positive attitude is important. But nobody's talking about the fact that if this team somehow gets their shit together and figures it out, they're dangerous. We should have Philly's offensive coordinator. Oh boy. If the Eagles lose, I'm talking if the Eagles lose the division. The most likely scenario is the Eagles will squeak in, win a division, and then we'll see what happens in the playoffs. That's what it looks like is going to happen. But if for some reason they were to choke out, and lose, nah. For at least the Panthers won, the Eagles didn't move from their spot, their 3rd seed. I know. And they still could be the 2 seed. Listen, Chicago plays Green Bay in Green Bay next week. So they very well could lose that game. The Eagles could win their game, and we're back in this thing. Yeah, they have fired Dougie P. quick. They must have really hated Press Taylor. My gosh, yeah. AJ was trying to tell us all along. Yeah, weren't we 4% games up in the division? Losing it would be horrendous. Yeah, at one point we were like 3.5 games up. Yeah. Now we're 2 games up. Mark likes to say 1.5, but it's not realistic. No team gets 2 ties in a season. Nick Foles said Patullo shouldn't be fired, but instead go on up to the booth so he can recognize coverages better. I mean, that's it. That sounds like a reasonable intermediate way to do things, like change things up a little bit. No? Would I bring Gruden in his office? No, because Gruden ain't going to come in his office coordinator. The KP didn't look or even study Kellen Moore's play call. Nah. There's Dart, looks, throws, caught. Giants usually play you tough, and then in the fourth quarter they collapse. Gary says RPO game will get the Eagles right back where they were tough to beat. I agree. If they do it. Mark said he has sex with a man. Mark is crazy. Nick's offense is the problem. That's soft serve, soft coaching, but I agree. Do we worry about the Cowboys? I'm not worried about the Cowboys at all. No, we don't worry about the Cowboys. There's nothing to worry about. They stink. They're overrated. They peaked way too early, and they're going to choke because it's that time of year. But the most important thing is that all the Eagles have to do is take care of their own business. If you go take care of your schedule, they can never catch you. So I don't see what you have to worry about them for. Dart's running for his life and hit. Hey, Phil, what's your plan for the Buckeye Sills? I don't know. I almost, I was talking to somebody about it. I was talking to Leo and some other people about it. I was like, I might have to go in that thing cocky as hell and just really just get under Mark's skin. Yeah, Merry Cowboys choke season and you too, buddy. It's that time of year. At this point, it just seems they make up a bunch of shit and then just place it on people. Laugh out loud. Bro, Hurts is even given enough time to audible with the late calls come in, but Hurts audibles out of run. Yeah, he snaps the ball every 3 seconds left every chance they get. Everything is like everybody's getting blamed. I don't know, just get the run game going. Get the run game going and it'll all take care of itself. I don't think they want Jalen running as much, too much decline in his rushing yards this year. Yeah, well, I think my hope is that they're keeping him like held back on the run game until the playoffs, and then they unleash him. So I don't believe Hurts not wanting to run report. He audible into a quarterback run Dallas touchdown. Every franchise does it, protect the quarterback. Yeah, I don't know what to make of that either. Because, everything we hear about Hurts is he's the ultimate winner, wants to win, he'll do anything to win. He don't care about stats. He don't care about all that. He just wants to win. That report goes against that very philosophy, no? Eagles ain't losing 500. We run at tables. Eagles waiting for playoffs. That's all. I like it. I like it. We haven't even played good yet. I mean, geez, let's just get this thing going. We get hot at the right time, it's going to be a problem. Here's a return. Oh, big return. Marcus Jones, 40. Go, 50. Go, 40. 30. A touchdown. I needed that. Touchdown, Patriots. Flags. No flags. No flags. I'll take it. That's a hell of a start. I needed that. I got the over and I got the Patriots. What is that? Like a 94-yard touchdown punt return. Go Giants. Hard Knocks. So Hard Knocks could be interesting. What do you guys think that all this shit started happening on purpose because of Hard Knocks? Did you watch the debacle on Thanksgiving? That Kansas City game was so bad. The officiating in that game was so bad. I'm sorry. Okay, I'm sorry. I won't say it about my own team. I won't. But that game was ridiculous. You mean to tell me 2 weeks in a row you have all these teams going well over 100 yards in penalties and some of the worst trash-ass calls I've ever seen. It was horrendous. I think we're lying to ourselves about this 40 chest holding back until playoffs. Fact is, they have placed Hurts into containment like a bubble boy, and they play numbers. You might be right. I'm not saying that it's definitely going to happen. I'm saying I hope that that's what they're doing. Because if they did do it, I think it would really throw defenses off. I am so smooth. Thank you for super chat. He goes, do you see the Eagle fans did put yeah, I heard about that. It's horrible. Horrible. I'm so smooth. I don't approve of that. Yeah, they egged his house. That's wrong, man. That's just wrong. If I've heard you weren't at Kevin's house, no comment. Morgan's better cook than he is a football analyst. If it looks like we're going to get Trey Lance Monday night, I'll take it. I'll take it. Anything to get us going, man. Same with the Eagles game. Oh, it was bad there, too. But see, I can't complain about the Eagles game. Because if I complain about the Eagles game, I'm just being a homer. But that Kansas City game was really, 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 really bad. And did you notice that both times when the Kansas City and the Eagles both started their drives in the second half, they had the ball first. Both times, both those teams had huge plays that set them in scoring position and got called back. I don't believe that's a coincidence. I'm sorry. You may want to win, but when you're a legit player, money comes first. But when you're a legit player, your money comes first? Maybe. I can't tell what a guy thinks. It's hard. So who deserves the most blame? Kevin Hurts. I think Nick first. I go Nick 1. I go Patullo 2. Because people got to remember, it's not Kevin Patullo's offense. It's Nick Sirianni's offense. Patullo's running it. It disgusts me that the Eagle fans did to a coach house. I could be upset about the season, but what the F, bro? Get laid, find a hobby, find religion, something. It's horrible. I think it's a horrible thing. Why people would do something like that is just wrong. But, the sad thing is that we all going to get the blame now. People are going to assume that's us. It's like guilt by association. We have nothing to do with it. I would never do that to anybody's house. I've never egged anybody's house in my life. So it's like, but you watch. People are going to come in here and start calling me, some nasty dude for egging people's houses. Did Dallas play in Detroit? Yeah, they play in Detroit. Niggas might as well, you got to fire Nick. If Nick loses the division, if he loses the division, Jerry Jones hired those eggers? Maybe. Hawks, 49ers, or Packers, who would you rather see in the first round? Probably, I think the 49ers are the weakest of the teams. So I think that would be the easiest matchup. I think the Seahawks would be the second easiest matchup than the Packers in that order. 500, that's the truth in the NFL business. First over wins behind closed doors. When you're a role player, you want to win first. Yeah, I mean, look, I don't deny that. But he's created the image Hurts that it's wins over everything. So if those reports that he's refusing to run and it's hurting the team to that level, then that would change my image of him. But see, I don't really believe those reports totally. I believe that there's always some truth into something. But I also think that when you get all these reports, I think it's people leaking out, maybe coaches leak out stuff because they don't want the blame. I don't see Leon Banks, I don't see any super chat from you. I don't have anything here. Membership, it didn't show up again. Dang it. Yeah, let me see why. It didn't show up. Let me go. I have to go out to YouTube. Leon Banks, member for 24 months. Thank you so much. He goes, look at Dallas' schedule and ours. We get second place. We get in second place. Well, who do we have so tough? Oh shit! There's a late hit. Oh man, there's a fight. Oh man, that was brutal. Dart got hit at the sideline, and now they're fighting. 41-33. Thank you for 26 months of membership. It goes, I've been concerned about the league team punting from the 29. All setting calls. Teams get a holding call, a PI the next play, or the play after. Rams Bears will lose again. Number 1 seed. Still possibility. Yeah, I'm with you, man. I agree with you. That wasn't that bad. That is a perfectly legal hit. There's nothing wrong with that. Good hit. I don't know what they're crying about. Ish, thank you for super chat. I'm so dead tired of Nick. I know, me too, man. I in some ways I feel like Nick Sirianni is Barry Switzer. He's our version of Barry Switzer. Definitely legal hit. He ate it like a champ though. He did. When Cowboys choke, I see Mark's egging the Eagles fans home. Dart ain't long for his leave. He played like, yeah, he's got to learn to protect himself. I got to tell you, it's a legal hit, but I have no problem with the Giant players fighting. I do. I wish the Eagles would fight like that when they hit Hurts at the sideline. We still get blamed for the Santa Claus incident. I know, right? Rams still have to play the Lions and, well, Seattle. Yeah. I actually think we overlooked the Bears game because of Dallas in a short week. We could. Maybe we're not good at like preparing for short weeks. We looked hard. The worst 2 games of the year were the Giants and the Bears, both coming off short weeks. All right, Dart at the 24 throws, deflected up and almost picked off. Let me get this straight. You want to send Jalen out more as a running back with this offensive line right now? That's just desperate. I don't necessarily want him to be a running back, but I want to use the RPOs more to help set up the passing and running game, to back off the defensive players, because right now you have coaches that can't do anything on offense, and the defenses are stacking the line and they know what you're going to do. You've got no choice. What are you going to do? Just keep doing the same thing every week? What is the suggestion? If you don't think Hershey or what's the suggestion? What are they going to do? They literally, this team has not tried to change anything. When you've lost to Denver and you lost to the Giants, they've done nothing to change it. They have made no adjustments, and they know that. They know it. And they probably won't make any more this week. I'm doing okay right now. Thank you for super chat. He goes, coaches under scrutiny, and like clockwork, another Hurts hit peak comes out. So obvious at this point. It always seems like that, right? Every time there's a coach that's getting blamed or some situation bringing up the coaches, a report comes out on the players. Whether true or not, it always happens. Bro, Sirianni is so conservative, I promise. Probably. We have completely went away from the Goddard in the passing game, as well as Calcaterra doing blocking when Goddard is a better blocker. Yeah. I mean, it's brutal. I can't even watch it anymore. It doesn't matter who's talking. It's all the same BS, right? See how they protect their quarterback there? Jalen did not get that last week. That's what I'm saying. I even though he wasn't a legal hit, I like the fact that the Giant players went after them. I like fight back. Where was that? We don't have that fight. Look, we got offensive linemen. Do you guys watch the all 22? The linemen they stop blocking. They start to block and then they stop. Yeah, I don't understand why they don't play to the whistle. Why didn't Dart go out sooner? He chose to take that hit. He did. Game's on ESPN. 500. I think no consecutive home games has been rough. They haven't spent 2 weeks in a row in their own beds. No, they haven't. But here's the thing. Like, we're far enough along in the season where right now you've got a game versus the Chargers. Then you have literally the Raiders and Washington twice. I mean, Washington, I know it's a division matchup, but they're not that good. Raiders aren't that good. The Bills are beatable. So I don't think this part of the schedule is actually the lighter part of the schedule. And now we're talking about Herbert may not even play. Nah, this team should be able to win out. They literally are. They should be able to win out. And if they blow this division, you gotta fire the coach. All right, window throws or turnovers with Hurts. I have to go look at that. That's interesting. Yeah, you're right. Well, trying to think. I have to go look. Eagle fan Clark, thank you for super chat. Clark, my man. Thank you for super chat. He goes, Nick Sirianni is the problem. Effing changed. Oh, he is. He is. James is 500. Players matters more than coaching in sports. Well, yeah, that's why Nick has had the success he has. But you can't, especially more in football than any other sport. You have to have decent coaching. You do. It's only going to work so much, okay? And the Eagles don't have that, and we're feeling it right now. Last year, you could get away with it because of the run game. Rockets Bar, I feel you. I miss what Barbie said. Do we start Lampkin at this point? I would like to see it. Sequel easily, yeah. And it's too talented, too. 500, my beloved Cowboys. D-line is off limits. All NFL bad boys are back. Enjoy your December, my friend. Scott says, Patriots defenders leading with his head was a cheap shot. I'd have to see about the head. I mean, I didn't pay attention to if he led with his head or not. I love those helmets, though. My God. Deflected project says, Nick doesn't have the personality for growth. Nope. You're packing up your Eagles gear? Don't do that. Not yet. I keep telling you Hurts has lost the team. Shaking my head. No one rocks with him like that. Y'all just don't want to admit it. I don't. It's not. It doesn't. Oh, what a nice pass to Henry. Henry get ready to score. I don't know. I have no way of knowing. I'm not in the locker room. I have no way of knowing. Now, notice how every game the media win or lose, the sky's falling for the Eagles, but Dallas beats the Raiders, and they are like, man, Dallas making the Super Bowl. They got one player, and now they're, it's great. But that's why the end of the season collapse is so much fun, because they set it up all year, and then it crashes down on them, and it's going to happen again. Touchdown. That's what I'm talking about. 17-0. Maye, MVP candidate. Right there. I still think Stafford is, even though he had a bad game. New England is kicking their ass. The pass patterns are too simple. Our guys can't get separation. That's why it hurts us to hold the balls. I think it's very hard to evaluate Hurts totally when you have coaches coach the way that, with these coaches. Like, get yourself a really good offensive coordinator. Then let's see. But then you'll get people say, well, the reason why the offense is so simple is because of Hurts. So it's like, which comes first, the chicken or the egg? I say get a great offensive coordinator and then let this guy go. Take the handcuffs off Hurts and let him fail or succeed. Okay? Either he's going to succeed or he's going to fail. But stop holding him back. That's the point I'm at. All these teams ain't that good. It's been beating us, I know. But we still could get it together. Washington has had teams that were complete dog shit and still give us problems. They always give us problems. That's true. They always do for whatever reason, as long as I've watched Washington, they always give us problems. Smurf says, Dart better stop playing around and be safe. I thought he would be a good player in this league, but he might not last 2 or 3 more years. Max act like that. Yeah, I agree. Hurts needs a lot of work this all season. We'll see, I don't know at what point you can't develop him anymore. I don't know. But we're stuck with him. He's not going anywhere. They're paying him too much money. He's got a no trade clause. So he ain't going anywhere. So any realistic, hey, let's put Tanner in, they're not doing it. So we're stuck. We might as well make it work. I'm not doing okay right now. Thank you for Super Chat. He goes, we have the most expensive offense in the NFL, by the way. Yeah, it's true. For now. Philly, and thank you for that Super Chat. He goes, Philly, the blame needs to fall on the GM. Our swagger left with C.J. Gardner-Johnson. Look at the energy in Chicago. I know. I was thinking about that too, Mark. How come this guy goes, everywhere he goes, they start winning? It's true. He goes to Philly, he goes to the Super Bowl. Goes to Detroit, they go to the championship game. For Detroit, that's a big deal. Comes back to Philly, they win a Super Bowl. Now he's with the Chicago Bears and they're the number 1 seed. We don't want that guy. Please. I do blame Howie on that. I didn't like that. I didn't like that play. I didn't like when he did that then. 500. I've seen a pattern. We win 4, lose 2, and each of our offenses collapse. So we let teams make a huge comeback. Yeah, it's crazy. Question is does this coach know how to stop them from collapsing? That's what I want to know, Ish David Super J goes, Giants have 2 wins and one of them is against us. I know, it was pathetic. Oh, crap. Coyote Kills, man. Thank you so much for the super chat, man. I appreciate that so much, man. Very, very generous of you, Coyote Kills. Thank you so much, man. That's really nice of you. Thank you for that super chat. Very generous. Get Patullo up in the box and off the sideline to call plays, like Fangio does. He's too distracted and can't see the field from the Eagles' eye perspective. Gotta curb my super chats until the playoffs. Promise I put my money towards a ring for my soulmate. Go Birds. Oh, take care of your soulmate, boy. I appreciate that, man. Don't worry about it. It's all good, man. But thank you for the generous donation, man. Take good care of that soulmate. Yeah, I think putting him up there is not a bad idea, really. It's a good middle of the road type thing because I don't think you can fire Patullo right now. And people want to take this play calling away. Who are you going to give it to? Nick? Nick can't call plays either. So it's like, what do you do? Ish David Super Chat goes, I agree with you, Philly 500. Thank you, my man. And Coyote Kills, man. Thanks again for that super chat, man. I appreciate that. Philly, this is your fault. I'm coming. You're going to egg my house. Please don't. Jalen, my grandmother could come and call better plays. Fire him. Cowboys going to win the division. I don't see how that's going to happen. See, the Eagles what? The Eagles need 11 wins. So they win. They're going to beat the Chargers. They beat the Raiders. They beat Washington. That's 11 wins. It's not going to happen. If it did happen, you have to fire Nick Sirianni. Because that's another historical collapse. Corporate Brian Pumper, thank you for super chat, my man. He goes, you know why our team mentally stinks? Well, we don't have a real captain. Special Ed Reed stinking ship and kicker a bunch of pipsqueaks. I love it. Reed stankin' shit. That's pretty good. Yeah, it's bad. Hurts not good enough on his own team, his own to do anything. Well, that's why you're gonna have to pay. Listen, we know what Hurts is. He is what he is. But the question is you paid him, he's under contract. And you do know that you can win with him if you put the right guys around him. So they have to continue to do that. I don't think you can get this change this offense. But you can get a really, really good offensive coordinator. Routes are too long. Guys are open because everything is blitzing. There isn't enough time. Always been like that. Jalen's slow release, a product of Nick's offense. Yeah, I think that both of them don't go together. We've seen Jalen with a competent offensive coordinator, what he does with one. We are really going to trade the best big game quarterback we've ever had. No. That's what I'm saying. You're not going to trade him. No. We're going to go out and we're going to get the best offensive coordinator we can. And we're going to put somebody that actually can take advantage of his skill set and use him. And then we're going to let Hurts go out and play. And we're going to stop handcuffing him. And we're going to see what he can do. We're not trading him. No, you can't. You can't trade him. How do you trade a guy that's taking you to 2 Super Bowls in 3 years? I don't get it. David Super Chat goes, Tanner would be slinging it like May with us. I don't know. I have no way. How do we really know that? I will say this. I think Tanner's got a lot of potential. But how are you supposed to know if unless you bench Hurts? Okay, let's play it out. Let's say you bench Hurts for Tanner, and Tanner comes in and is average. Then you have to go back to Hurts, or you decide to go back to Hurts. How are you going to How are you going to make this work? I just think it's like it would self-destruct this team. Wait, I thought Jalen could modify play calling. I don't know. I mean, they say things like that, but I don't ever see it. I don't ever see it. All I know is every time their criticism going their way, a story about Jalen Hurts comes out, A.J. Brown comes out, every single time. And I kind of don't believe it after a while. I just want to see what the Eagles do. I want to see if this coach figured out how to stop a collapse from coming, or is he going to collapse? The only way Dallas is getting to playoffs is the Eagles got to collapse. They're not getting in as a wild card, so they're praying for it. But I don't think it's going to happen again. Fly Eagles Fly says Philly, the Eagles are really going to let Dallas catch up. That last wild card spot is out of reach for Dallas, and they will win the division, unfortunately, the way things look. I don't think they're going to win the division. I don't think Dallas is going to win the division. I don't. I think, I mean, the historical collapse that we're talking, again, I don't see it happening this time. I don't. But I tell you what, if they don't show up against the Chargers, it could happen. The way they looked, I will say this, the way they looked for Chicago, they looked like they didn't want to be there. They looked like they had no fight. Looked like they didn't feel like playing. They're like, oh, shit, we have to leave Thanksgiving to go play. We don't feel like playing today. That's what they look like. Dart throwing. Nice shot. Oh, incomplete, going to be a personal foul. So the Eagles are going to let Dallas catch up. I don't think they will. Facts 500. I mean, listen, everybody's counting the Eagles out. Everybody's trashing them. And I'm not saying that there isn't reason after the way they've looked. But did anybody ever think that maybe, just maybe, they figure it out like they did after the first 4 games last year? And somehow they figure it out and they get that running game going? I mean, that'd be a scary team. Brian Porter, David Super Chat goes, if Tanner comes in and is average, I mean, he's cheaper for the same production. I'm done watching Buddy throw for a whopping 100 yards. No, I get it. I get it. But what I'm saying is once you make that decision, it's over, right? It's over. His days in Philly are numbered. So, you know, that's what it comes down to. That's what we're talking about. Feel a knockout reaction live. A knockout? What do you mean? What knockout? Oh, a hard knocks? Oh, Slayton gonna score a touchdown, Giants. I'll take it. I have the over. Giants scored. Remember what happened in 2008? We were 5-6-1. Remember what Andy did? He benched McNabb for one game. Our franchise quarterback McNabb came back and he won the NFC title. I remember that. Yeah, it wasn't one. He didn't bench him for a game. He pulled him a game. That Baltimore game. I mean, look, I'm not saying like if he's stinking it up and he's the reason he's stinking up, I have no problem benching him to send a message. I have no problem with that. But once you make the switch, I don't know you can go back. And I'm not talking about benching him during the game because of bad play. I'm talking about once you say, all right, Tanner's starting this game, it's over. Patul's whole appeal is the relationship trust of the players. Putting him in the booth just adds another point of failure by limiting his availability to listen to players. I don't know, man. Do you think he's listening to the players? Every time they show the players, they're all just sitting there like this. I never see Patullo talking to them. I'm not saying he doesn't, but I just never see it. Sick Wits Viz. Thank you for Super Chat. Sirianni broke the O-line forever using the tush push. Maybe. I mean, look at Becton. Becton was benched, right? Maybe. 500. This is the second time this season the NFL has put the Eagles on a short week, and we got wrecked. Yeah, I know. That's the thing. Do they handle these early games? And Sick with this, thank you for that super chat, by the way. So you put your money where your mouth is. My beloved Dallas Cowboys going to win this division. Facts. All right. What do you want to do? What do you want to do? How do you want to roll? Ish, thank you for super chat. He goes, no, this started 2 years ago again. Yeah. Well, are you talking about Nick? I would love to hear Jalen specifically meant by saying let out of the straitjacket. And can we do that again? I know exactly what he's talking about. He's talking about being handcuffed. He can't go out there and throw the ball the way he wants to and way he feels the team needs. He's got to play that conservative style football. I mean, they said it after that Rams game. See, I think the problem started after that Rams game. My theory is this. And this is my theory. The Eagles, they were struggling offensively. They were frustrated. They come back and they beat the Rams throwing the ball. They do things that they like. They're all happy. The players feel like, all right, we've woken up. The coaches now understand this is what we got to do. This is how we got to play. The coaches talked about having killer instinct that week. They go into Tampa in the first half. They do it again. They go up 24-6, and then the coach decides to go back to the offense that they all hated. And after that, and this is my theory, those guys started checking out. Like, they're like, that's when all the frustration started. Because they're like, these coaches are not listening to us. I truly believe that's what happened. And I believe that's when it all started. If they bench him for part of the game, I don't have a problem with, but Jalen is a franchise. Well, yeah, look, if he's playing bad in-game, I have no problem sending him a message. But once you say Tanner's starting this week, the Eagles came out tomorrow and said, Tanner's going to start against the Chargers. It's over. Unless he's hurt. Corporate Brian Popper, thank you for Super Chat. He goes, maybe the benching might do him good. Jalen, I said his college benching lit a fire. It might work. Let Tanner in. I'm not opposed to that in game. So let's say he comes out in the first quarter and he plays bad. I'm not opposed to it. I will say, I didn't think, Hurts looked checked out to me too, versus the Bears. I didn't like, and if you were with me in the stream, you know, from the opening kickoff, from the first defensive series, I did not like the way that team was carrying themselves on that field. They did not look good. And they played exactly how they looked, like they didn't want to be there. Palantir says, "Fanbase a joke. 2 losses, everyone should be fired. Some people don't deserve this level of success." You know what I think it is, and I think you gotta be a little bit. You gotta understand Eagle fans a little bit. You gotta have a little compassion. We just witnessed a historical collapse 2 years ago. We watched the 10-1 team stink it up at the end of the year. They couldn't even beat the Arizona Cardinals. They stunk. Okay? And then lose in the playoffs and just collapse. Just quit on the team. Then you look like you've turned a corner, you learned a lesson, and now you have not so much the Dallas game. The Dallas game, to me, that you play that game 100 times, 99 times, Eagles win that game. But that Bears game looked like 2 years ago. And I think fans are rightfully worried that the coach doesn't have the answer. We're going to find out versus the Chargers. I think the Eagles are going to come out and beat the shit out of Chargers. I think they're going to beat the crap out of them. And I think everybody's going to feel better. But I do question Nick, though. I feel like Nick is our Barry Switzer. Ish, thank you for Super Chat. He goes, yes, Nick. Yeah. Against the Raiders would be perfect for that. Yeah. Philly, bottom line, we need 3 more wins. They looked horrible the last 2 weeks. It's hard to stay positive. Well, last 1.5 games, right? I mean, I think in the first half, we all felt pretty good about the way the Eagles played Dallas. It was that second half, and when they took the foot off the gas. The Bears game looked like they didn't want to play. I remember the Kevin Cobb days. I could not agree more. 500. Yeah. Mike Tom about to be fired, bringing the Philly. Philly, I'm trading Squirts for Dart, the kid ball. He is good, isn't he? You trade Squirts. You call him Squirts. Also said Brandon Gramps back. Brandon Gramps, that's great, dude. You're awesome. Back in retirement, he's done nothing for us since he come back on the couch. Oh, I hear you, man. Brandon Gramps. That's friggin' great. That's friggin' great. He said Brandon Gramps. I'm sorry, that's funny shit. Let me catch up to the chat. I'm way behind here. I'm doing okay right now. Says he's still Nick Kotite to me. Me too. I mean, that was the 3rd week in a row, 3rd or 4th week in a row that he did completely the wrong thing at the end of the game. Completely mismanaged it. That's like the 3rd or 4th week in a row. Ish David Super Chat goes, Jalen is not fumbling nor throwing interceptions. He had two in that game. Bottom line to me, in all seriousness, we can complain about this or that. People could question Hurts and all that. The bottom line and the truth of the matter is this. The Eagles' offensive line and run game have been bad. They have been so bad. And because of it, we're struggling because the coaches will not let Hurts off. They will not take the handcuffs or as Hurts said, to straitjacket off because they don't want to go away from it. But the run game doesn't work. It's not working. So if the run game's not working, then you got to let Hurts do more, but they don't want to do it. So to me, you got to, the key to this whole thing is get the run game back. Get it working, get it competent. And if you have to play tank more, so do it. But the run game is the reason why we're struggling. That's really the truth. Yo, Philly, will you ever be able to re-upload the streams? Yeah, I will. I'll try to do it this week. I tried to, I had one ready to go, and it said it was 15 gigabytes. And I'm like, I was like way too big, so I have to figure out how to shrink it. Fine, do we pay Jalen Carter or do a fifth year? I say fifth year too. No, you got to pay him. You got to pay him. Because if you don't pay him, he's only going to be costing you that much more money. Barry Dow Princess of YouTube says, look, we need wins by any means necessary. I would Barney in if he could make the plays I need. No, I agree. If I wanted, the Eagles ain't going to do squat. Chargers going to stomp a mud hole in your bum overrated ass. You see what the Bears did to you? Yeah. Did you see what we did to the Rams and to the Bucks and to the Packers and to the Lions? And the Lions are going to, talking about like mud stomped. Dallas about to get their ass kicked on Thursday night. It's going to be a brutal reality check for Cowboy fans. You know how many penalties they're going to call in Detroit this week? 15? Is this the new Manning curse? I don't know. Maybe. In some ways, I feel like it's on Jalen Hurts because you've seen the plays KP has drawn up feel like they were touchdowns and just know Jalen looks at one spot on the field. Am I wrong? No, you're not wrong. And that's why I'm saying, like, it's not all one thing. It's not all KP and it's not all Jalen. It's a combination of things. It's you can't run the ball. The offensive line cannot run the ball. That really hurts. It's bad coaching. And then when you do have the right plays, Hurts misses the throws. At least in this last game. You can't have that. Insiders say the Eagles plan to let Tanner McKee take limited reps with the ones this week. Well, what that tells me that is if Hurts struggles, and they will bench him, and maybe that's what he needs. We'll see. It could be you give Tanner limited snaps with the ones to send a message in practice. You know, J Dog says in some ways I feel like it's Jalen. Yeah, I think I read this one. Carter hadn't earned anything this year, and you want to throw the biggest, but you have to. You can't afford to not pay Jalen Carter. Okay, what are you going to do? You're going to end up losing him. I don't know why on earth you would treat him like that. You've got no choice. You're not paying Jalen Carter for what he did this year. You're paying Jalen Carter for what he's going to do in the future. You have to pay him. Otherwise, you're going to cost yourself way more money in a few years. Look how the Cowboys wasted with Micah Parsons and how much more it cost. They could have had him for $15 million less than what he's making now. You can't do that with Jalen Carter. You can't risk that. I know he hasn't been great this year, but you still can't risk that, in my opinion. Maybe you could get off paying him less, but you still got to extend him. Now, Nolan Smith, I wouldn't extend him. Corporate beat Brian Pupper Davis Super Chat. He goes, plot twist, Jalen Hurts is the handcuffs, is the straitjacket 500. We got to look at it from both sides. Egos at war, Tanner will swoop in for the kill. Look, I'm willing to look at it both ways. And maybe he is. But until they let him go out and put the ball in his hands to win it, and to control it. I think until they do that and they trust him, we're not going to really know. Oh, good play by Jaxson Dart. Nolan Smith got to go. I wouldn't re-sign him. That I wouldn't do. I wouldn't pay Jalen Carter. You see what he did to Booker did to him? Are you talking about one game? One game? You Cowboy fans, that you will really overrate your players. Did you watch Kurt Warner breakdown of us versus Bears? He blamed coaching for not coaching small details. Check out. Oh, I believe it. I believe it. There's no question about it. The coaching hasn't been good. And then when you get bad coaching, you get bad. The players now all have bad habits. I mean, you look at the offensive line block. Watch them block. They hold the block for like a second, and then they let go. And then the guys go free and make tackles. It's ridiculous. Ain't no way I'm not signing Jalen Carter. That's craziness to me. If this year ends up in a 2023 collapse, then I think you have to. Yeah, I agree, Jake. If you don't win the division, then you have to fire him, because that's 2 times that he's had historical collapses in 3 years. And that means if stuff goes bad, if stuff is tight, he is not going to be the guy. I think you have to. Maybe it's KP and Sirianni versus Hurts and Laurie. KP wants to pass and attack rush second, and Hurts wants to rush first, pass second, because he's limited. That's why you disconnect rhythm, 2 different offense one. Yeah, I turn it around though. I think Hurts wants to pass, and I think Sirianni and KP don't want him to. That's what I think. Philly going to go 11-6. Cowboys going to go 11-5-1. And then Philly will miss the playoffs, and Sirianni is going to get fired. Let's see. Dallas is what? 5 losses? Yeah, Dallas could go 11-5-1. But most likely they're not going to beat Detroit. So that's that. Are you paying? No, I'm paying not Carter for what he previously. I'm paying Carter for what he's going to do. The worst mistake teams make is when they pay guys for only what they did in the past. When you do that, you get these old guys that can't play anymore, and their contracts are up. You just don't do that. You've got to pay. You're paying a guy for what he's going to do in the future. What you project he's going to do in the future. I would not sign Carter because of this year. Now maybe you can sign him to a better deal. Maybe you get a more team friendly deal, but I'm not waiting a year, because if he goes out and then kills it, then you've cost yourself even more. And I think it's more likely him to go out and have a monster year than to not. He didn't kick it because his foot got caught in the ground. Thank God 500 is a GM. Don't pay Carter yet. Yeah, don't pay him. That's fine. Under your theory, we'll be in cap hell really quick. No, thank you. You better thank God I would be the GM. Crazy talk right there with that bullshit. It's crazy. Don't pay Carter. They're going to pay Carter. So when they pay Carter, I'll take my apology. Because I promise you, they're going to pay Carter. Justin Davis Super Chat. He goes, people egging Patul's house in Philly. Yeah, it's horrible. It's a horrible, horrible thing. It is. I don't know what they should pay him. I don't know what the money is going to be there for that position. I have no idea. I just know this. It's going to be a lot less this year to pay him than it is going to be next year. I know you don't just let top 10 guys, top 10 talents just go because they have a year that people don't think is good enough. I'm sorry. I think that's crazy talk. I think you pay him. You've got to pay him. Pay him as soon as possible. Maybe, like I said, maybe you pay him less. Maybe you get him a more friendly deal. But there ain't no way in hell I'm not paying Jalen Carter. He's going to be mid. Jalen Carter, I don't agree with you. I don't agree with you at all. We under some of your guys' thought process, we should just get a bunch of J.J. Arcega-Whitesides. Let's go get the defensive tackle of the Eagles. Another J.J. Arcega-White. Let's all carry umbrellas. Yeah, let's carry umbrellas. Because we would rather have the mid guy than the talent. I think it's insane. I don't think you guys, let's go get ourselves a defensive tackle named J.J. Arcega-Whiteside. Why not? I mean, the Eagles we could have no talent. I don't understand Philly fans sometimes. It's like, you'd rather have the mid-tier guy than the guy with the talent. And then when the other team has the talent, you complain. But you want to run the guy out. You don't want to pay Jalen Carter. He's gone. You're going to have to pay him twice as much. Why would you do that? It doesn't even make any sense. You got to pay Carter. I can't even believe what I'm hearing. Here's David Super Chat. He goes, keep Carter, fire Jackson. I mean, a bunch of people wanted to get rid of Davis last year. Now they love him. Ain't no way. Ain't no way I'm waiting to sign Jalen Carter. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to cost myself more money in 2 years. David Super Chat goes, these are new age fans, 500. They don't know, brother. I think it's crazy talk, man. I know, I just don't get it. I don't get it. It's like people complain about AJ Brown, but it's like, man, did you see Nelson Aguilar? He's really that guy. Nelson Aguilar is that guy. And you have AJ Brown and you want to run him out of town. Please explain it to me. Because I don't get it. I don't get it. You gotta pay him early to beat the market. You have to. I don't know how it's a conversation. I don't know. Richard, thank you for the super chat. He goes, I noticed we start losing when they start throwing AJ Moore instead of spraying the ball around. What's your opinion on that? Well, I think they were losing because the reason why they were throwing him to Moore because they were losing. I don't put much stock into it at all. I don't think that it has anything to do with that. I think the reason that you see the numbers up because they have to throw because they can't run the ball. I think that's the biggest problem. And thank you for super chat. 500 year old. I'm not saying people are stupid. They disagree with me, but I don't agree. I strongly disagree. And I've seen this before from Eagle fans, where you give the mediocre guy. Oh, he gets all the praise, love, but you would let the talent out the door. I'm sorry, but I don't agree. You want to not pay Jalen Carter. Why? Because you want to pay him more the next year? Okay, no, let's just trade him then. It's crazy talk to me. They don't know if they'll tell you, they don't know how this shit goes. It's crazy. Oh, what a throw. Touchdown. Technic, thank you for super chat, my man. Appreciate that. It says Technic 5150. I appreciate that, man. Carter is going to get paid, and nothing anybody can do about it. Then if he leaves, the same fans will call him a traitor. How he isn't dumb. No. Hey, Philly, Howie ain't going to pay $40 million. No, he's not going to pay $40. Look, Jalen Carter's not $40 million. He's in the 30s. But if you wait 2 years, you're going to pay him $40 million. I guarantee you, I will bet anybody that Jalen Carter gets an extension this year. You want to bet? Technic, thank you for the super chat. He said, did you hear Nick Foles? I think it's excellent advice. You should bring him and help as advisor. Yeah, I did hear Nick, and I loved what he said. Patriots are kicking their ass, by the way. I'm going to win big tonight. I am going to win big tonight. Me and Jalen Carter. Richard Davis Super Chat goes, New England Super Bowl, what do you think? I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if I'm a full believer in New England. Like, I feel like they're up and coming, but I feel like they're set up for like an early loss because they're learning. But they could, if they could get home field, what do we pay? I don't know what they're going to pay them. It ain't going to be in the 40s. The edge rushers are making 40s. Right now, you have defensive tackles are in the 30s. So it's going to cost you probably like $35 million, I'm guessing, to pay Carter. But if you wait a year, it's going to be in the 40s. Feel like I got optimism for future. I think so. What defense? None. Milton Williams got $26 million. I think the highest paid defensive tackle, I want to say, is 30. It's gonna break the bank. He's gonna break the bank. But you have to pay him now, because if you wait and let's say he goes out and has a monster year, you're gonna cost yourself a lot of money. Dallas, we literally watch Dallas make this mistake all the time. Yeah, I think he'll get in the third. I think it'll be about $35 million if I had to guess. Probably 5 years, $35 million. Bunch of money up front. And I'm sure the Eagles are going to do some things to protect themselves and give themselves an out. But it'll be over 25. Milton Williams made $26 million, I think. Yeah, I heard what they did to his house. It's horrible. Chris Jones is 31, so he'll be more than that. He'll be the highest paid defensive tackle in football. Now maybe he'll get a break. If you sign him this year, you'll get a break. Yeah, but Milton Williams was 26 million, Ryan. Oh shit, he got hit in the back of the head. He is down. Yeah, Carter will be 35, probably 30s, 32, 30, anywhere from 32 to 35 is my guess. Because Milton Williams was, oh, that's a fumble. Oh shit, he got helmet to helmet. Oshevsky got crushed, top of the head, fumbles the ball, he's out cold. That's a penalty. The ball's out. Dude, I'll tell you one thing about New England. They friggin' hit. They hit. I like that. I think Jordan Davis is probably around 18 to 20 million. Somewhere in there. Maybe you can get him for 18 if you sign him. He's what? $13 million next year? It's a flag. They didn't call the penalty, but they called the fumble, so Patriots ball. That was a cheap shot. Ellis, man. Remember we had Ellis? We let him go. Another brilliant move. Whoever messed up KP's out, you probably just got him an extra week of calling. I hate the fact that anybody would go after his house like that. That's bullshit. Patriots are hitters, man. Yeah, if the Eagles did, it would be injection. No, it would be a suspension. The Eagles made a big mistake to let Josh Sweat go 11 sacks this season. Times career high. He achieved this after a couple Yeah. Yeah, I hear you. They're going to go right down and score again. They didn't call the penalty. It was a penalty, but they didn't call it. Yeah, former Eagle. Remember we cut him? Remember they just cut him? It was like, we're all like, why did they just cut him? Why would you cut him? And they thought he was going to clear waivers. I love the Patriots uniforms tonight. Drake Maye is 11 of 14, 140 yards and 2 touchdowns. He's about to score number 3. A little draw. Fabio Davis Super Chat goes, our safeties are trash compared to Malcolm J. Oh, without question. Yo, 500. I'm here in Jamaica chilling, man, eating some eggnog ice cream. I know you. Oh, man, that sounds like the perfect thing, man. That sounds like heaven. In Jamaica, eating eggnog. I love it. Parker Davis Super Chat. They just ignore the helmet to helmet. Yeah, they did. Yeah, we had Matt Collins, too. People loved Matt Collins. I'm too old. I just remember too many bad players. I don't like it. Like, I'm like, give me top talented players. I'll take my chances. I don't care what they're paying them. I really don't. The hit was on a flag because technically he was still running, and he. Okay. Interesting. Thanks for clearing that up. I didn't know that. Richard Davis Super Chat, my man. He goes, you missed my super. I did. My bad. Let me go back for it. Richard Davis Super Chat, man. He goes, I'm sorry I missed this, man. These Eagle fans are crazy. I would pay him in a heartbeat. The sacks might not be there because he's always double teamed, but he's too talented to not pay him. He is. He is. But I mean, yeah, I don't think he's had his best year. And maybe the Eagles, like I said, maybe the Eagles could use that to give him a more favorable contract to themselves in negotiations. But I wouldn't let that hold me back. I just wouldn't do that. No doubt about it. The Bears are who's who of former Eagles. Yeah, right? Yeah, I mean like J.J. Arthur-Whiteside. Yeah. I swear if Jalen say keep the main thing, I'm gonna smell this. What about the new thing they were saying? We gotta do the things good that don't take talent to do. Oh, that's so annoying. The Rams laid an egg on Carolina because I heard the DC or offensive coordinator was familiar with McVay. That's what I heard too. But I mean, Stafford had what? 3 turnovers? 40-16 blowout, yeah. William, what's going on? Aaron Donald literally said we found replacement in him saying Jalen Carter's my replacement. Yeah, he did say that. 500. Let's change the subject. Which teams do you want not to play in the playoffs? Oh, nobody scares me in the playoffs. I'll play anybody. I honestly, in the NFC, I think the Eagles could beat any team if they're playing up to it. I guess it's not so much who you play, it's where you play. Like, I think playing in Detroit would be a problem for the Eagles. Like a game like that, playing in LA to me, I don't think is as big of a problem as people think. But probably if Detroit could get it together, that playing there would be a problem. 2nd and 6, May throws. Clark Davis Super Chat goes 500. Will C.J. Gardner-Johnson trade truth ever come out? I imagine one day it will. I imagine one day it will, but it hasn't yet. Fabio, thank you for the super chat, my man. He goes, I want a Kim Chancellor in the draft or Ed Reed. Yeah, that would be nice. I'm not talking about the Eagles on Monday night. Eagles are gonna. I think the Eagles are gonna tear the Chargers apart. If they come out and lose that game and play like they did versus Chicago, it's over. It's over. Incomplete. Dropped it. Eagles got away from winning formula. It was extending the plays on winning time of possession. That's one of both of our range and explosiveness. Yeah, but a big problem with that is we can't run the ball. You know, when you can't run the ball, you're not going to have time of possession. And I think that's the biggest problem. Like, of all the issues the Eagles have, and we got stuff, I think the biggest issue that needs to be addressed is they can't run the ball. That, to me, is the bigger thing. Why can't you run the ball? If they could run the ball, I think a lot of stuff would change. Manuel, he says 500. I don't understand why Carolina is below Dallas and Staines. Carolina beat Dallas on 7-6 and Dallas 6-5. Because Dallas has one less loss. They played one extra game and they have one less loss. So if Dallas was or let's say if Dallas played the same amount of games and only had 6 wins, they would have 6 losses. But because they have less losses, they're ahead. But they've played one less game. So Carolina has their bye week. But the reason is the loss. Now, if the Eagles, let's say the Eagles were, I don't know, let's say the Eagles were 11-6, and let's say Dallas was 10-6-1, the Eagles would be ahead of them, right? Because they have the extra win. That's why the Dallas fans, when they like to go 1.5, we're only 1.5 games back. It's not realistic because you're not going to get another tie. The chances a team gets 2 ties in 1 year is very, very slim. So the reason why Carolina is below is because they have the extra loss. That's why. And we'll see how that works out this week when Dallas plays, because I think they're on a bye week. Steve Davis super chat, my man. He goes, even though I live in Philly and see all the Phillies games, I hope they get it together, man. Wish you all the best of luck. Patriots all day, though, for me. Your Patriots look great. They look great. Hey, let me ask you, Steve, and thank you for the super chat. Do you like the throwbacks that they're wearing tonight? I think those are so much better than the current jerseys they got. But, yeah, Patriots look good. I don't even trust this team to beat the Raiders. That's fair. I think the way they played, that's fair. There's Dart. Oh, man, that should have been picked. He dropped a pick. Nobody drops as many interceptions as the Eagles, though. Aside from the drama, this is the most interesting NFL season in a while. Everything is wide open. It really is. So did you see the fans? Yeah, I mean, I heard about it. You know, it's horrible. Horrible. Jalen Hurts looks like he's bored during the game. No juice. They look dead. They look like they didn't want to play. I thought the demeanor of Hurts and the players sucked. I agree. The whole NFL sucks this year, which pisses me off more because just watching decent offense would make us huge favorites for another Lombardi. True. Washington was fighting, but they still suck. They do. Washington will beat us one of those times. Maybe. I mean, we'll see. If the Eagles are in collapse mode, they'll lose to everybody. If they're in collapse mode again, and they quit on their coach like they did a few years ago, if they've quit like they did a few years ago, they'll lose to everybody. We'll know versus the Chargers. Cowboys lose this Thursday against. Oh yeah, I agree. 500. What do you think about my Packers' chances in the Super Bowl this year? I think Yeah, I mean, you guys have a shot. There's no question. You got a big game versus Green Bay, Chicago. Green Bay needs to win that game. Lurie and Howie better get involved if they want to save the season. Maybe. Santa left the building early, and I doubt he'll be back for a while. Loner Hurts, huh? I did not like the way he looked. Just his demeanor looked like he was checked out. Bears Packers best. Yeah, I'm gonna stream that game too. It's very common quarterback to sit alone. You're speaking nonsense. I'm not talking about. I'm not talking about sitting down. I don't know why you think I'm talking about that. I'm talking about how he carried himself on the field. So I do know what I'm talking about. For you think Jalen teammates don't like him? I don't believe any of that. I don't believe any of that. To me, every time a coach is getting criticized heavily, there's a story about a player comes out. It's either AJ or Jalen. They just keep recycling it, and I think they do it to get off the coach's back. So I don't know how much I believe all that. Miss Aveline, thank you. What's going on? Thank you for being here. He looked stressed, not bored. He looked checked out to me. Like he didn't believe in any of the play calls. He didn't like what was coming in. He didn't like what they were doing. He just looked off. The whole team looked off. Let the Cowboys win the division. I'll get enjoyment to whoever in the wild card. That'll be worth it. If they win the division, then Sirianni's got to go. I don't think they're going to extend Goddard. I would for the right price, but I don't think they are. 500. Do you believe 9 straight years of a different coach hurts Jalen's development? Yeah, I do think that plays a big factor. I do, and then I think the constant inexperienced coaches and running Nick's thing, running his system has hurt us too. I agree. Jalen and the rest took checked out. They did look checked. I'm not saying they're going to be like that this week. That's they got to figure that out. But that game Friday, they didn't look like they were. That whole team looked like they didn't want to be there. Jim, what's going on? Our head coach just makes good decisions and let the offensive coordinator do their thing. Yeah, well, he doesn't let them. Hurts fucks whole team over, especially the defense. We're gonna find out. We're gonna find a lot about this team this week. Oh, Mays got a guy wide open. Stevenson wide open. They're going right down the field to score again. This game's already over. Redstone says glazing for Hurts is ridiculous. Dude's been in the league for 9 years. Good grief, he ain't that guy. Yeah, I see. I don't know how you can say that. I don't know how you say something like that. You're talking about a guy that's already won a Super Bowl and been to 2. You can't be a horrible quarterback and get to 2 Super Bowls. You could say, oh, well, bad quarterbacks have gone to 1. Well, how many have gone to 2? None. He's already got more accomplished than Dak. Look how they glazed Dak. Dak's never won shit. He chokes every year. Talk about glazing. That's the main reason Nick has to go. He is an offensive coach that can coach Jalen. Needs to coach him for years. I agree. Hurts is a game manager. I don't care. That doesn't offend me. That offends a lot of people. Oh, he's a game manager. I don't care. Because when the pressure's on and you have to make the throw at some point in the playoffs, at some point in the Super Bowl, you got to make the throw. And you know what? There are a lot of guys that when that pressure's on, they hold that ball tighter. They throw it a little off. They can't make those throws. They choke. Okay? So you say what you want. He's a game manager. I don't care. When he had to make the passes to win his championship, he did it. That's what I care about. You all can talk about, oh, he's not ranked this and you don't have these stats. I don't care about none of that. I care about, can you win? Can you win in the big game and in the playoffs? My guy can do it. That's what I care about. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they pull one off and win. They're playing with confidence. We'll see. I know what Hurts is limited at in the passing game. We've known for years. It's like, why is this suddenly a surprise to people? We already know. I don't get it. It's like people are acting like, oh, I didn't know he couldn't make that throw. I didn't know he would miss. Or we already knew his limitations. But you know why you keep him around? Because when you need to win the big game, he can win it. And not many quarterbacks can do that. That's the truth. So when people say somebody's a game manager, that doesn't bother. I don't care about that. I really don't care. Just win. Just win. That's all I care about. Can you win in the big game? That's all I care about. A lot of guys get to the big game. They have a guy wide open. They overthrow. They throw the interception. They throw it in the dirt. They throw up in the huddle. He made the throws. He came up. I'm a moron? Maybe. My wife won't argue with that. I won't even argue with that. I respect the Patriots aggressively going points before the half ends. Yeah, me too. I think the game manager things, it's just like, yeah, we're going to call you a game manager because you win in the big games and we don't know what else to call you. What would you rather have? I'll ask you. What would you rather have? Would you rather have Dak Prescott putting up big numbers and all his playoff records and everything that goes with it, or would you rather have Jalen Hurts and his limitations and his game manager and a Super Bowl winning MVP? Which would you rather have? That's what I want to know. You know? The entire NFL since day one drafted was wanting to bury Jalen Hurts. That's the sad part of the fan base. He brought up about 2 Super Bowls, doesn't even stand behind him. He's not perfect. He wins. Agreed. He agreed. We know we already know his limitations. You know? That doesn't mean he can't improve and he can't get better. What frustrates me is that I don't see why the coaches have to act like they're going to stop trying to develop him. Like, why are you not still trying to get him to develop even more? But you tell me, would you rather have Dak Prescott, as a fan, not the player, but as a fan, would you rather have Dak Prescott in his career or Jalen Hurts in his career so far? Which one would you rather have? I can't believe how many people think about the big game quarterbacks but can't win the main prize. Low expectations they have for 300 yards in passing. Yeah, I know. I don't believe that. I do not believe that. That's what Dak has to prove. I do not believe that. I believe that Dak would have choked. You're a moron, Philly. Maybe I am. But I stand by what I'm saying because I thoroughly believe that. I don't care. He won. He won a Super Bowl. He's been to 2. He should have won the MVP in the first one. His best 2 games of his career were in the Super Bowl. I don't know what else he won. Like I said, I'm waiting for the answer. Would you rather have Dak's career as your quarterback or Jalen Hurts? I'll take it. I don't believe Dak wins with the Eagles' offense last year. I think he chokes in the playoffs. That's my issue with Dak. Big numbers, big game during the season. Folds in the playoffs. Hurts average numbers in the regular season. Struggles at times. Gets to the big game in the playoffs and wins. And that's not the question. I didn't ask about Flacco. You want I want Mahomes too, you know? Yes, he is. Yes, he is. Eagles win with Tebow at quarterback. I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that. I definitely don't agree with that. I know you want Tanner, but that's not the question. I got the bucket hats. Are you kidding? You really asking someone would pick Hurts over Dak? Be honest. If there was an open draft tomorrow, who do you think gets drafted first, Dak or Hurts? No, I'm talking about what would you rather have? If you know and you look at both quarterbacks as a fan, and you look at their careers so far, which quarterback would you choose? Whose career path would you want on your team? That's what I'm asking. You're asking something else entirely. I'm asking you simply, whose career would you want? Jalen Hurts, to me, will play better in the playoff. If you have, let me put it another way. You're down 4 with 2 minutes left in the playoffs or the Super Bowl. Okay, you're at your own 20, and you're down 4, 2 minutes to go. Who would you rather have on that last drive, Dak Prescott or Jalen Hurts? I'm going to go Jalen Hurts because I don't think Dak can win in those situations. That's what Dak has to prove. To me, that's Dak's big bugaboo. You've got to prove that situation, that you can win in those moments. He hasn't. So until he does, I'd rather have Hurts. You can say the tush push is the reason and the run and all these things. But that man went out in the Super Bowl and they couldn't run the ball against Kansas City, and he did what he had to do in the biggest moment. Hurts has had half the career of Dak, who has better playoff record. Right. I think regular season play at quarterback is different than playoffs. They're not the same thing. Quarterbacks, some players just do not handle those playoff situations. That's the truth. BBC David Superchat goes, when you have to build a team around a limited quarterback, how can some people just blame the offensive coordinator? Jalen may have reached his ceiling. He might have. You know, and that's why I don't think you can go with a inexperienced coach as that offensive coordinator. You know, if you have a limited quarterback, then you have to go out and have weapons all around them. That's what we talked about when they went out and got A.J. Brown, building weapons around them. But you also have to have coaches who know how to get the most out of their guys. And they don't have that kind of coach. Cowboys are why are the Cowboys dangerous? What is so dangerous about the Cowboys? How many times for how many years have we seen the same rodeo? This is the same song and dance. This is the same song and dance for them. They choke every year. It's going to happen again. Hurts is 6-3 with 1 Super Bowl win in the playoffs. Dak is 2-5 in the playoffs. Just for comparison, people. Yeah. Every quarterback has limitations. You just have to hope the quarterback you have doesn't have limitations that cause you to lose more games than you win. We don't have that problem. I agree. And I agree. And it doesn't look pretty. And he's not gonna put up 40 touchdown passes and throw for 4,000 yards in the regular season. I don't think you'll ever get that from him. But when the playoffs start, look how many quarterbacks' numbers go down. You get to the playoffs. Look at all the quarterbacks, Allen's, Mahomes, all their passing numbers come crashing down for the playoffs because it's different football. Hurts thrives in that. Dak don't. And maybe Dak one day will prove me wrong and go and win a Super Bowl, and I will give him full credit. But until then, and you say, what's the big problem with that? Can't win the big game. Kirk Cousins can't win the big game. Those guys can't do it. Philly, stop hating Philly. How am I hating? I ain't hating on nobody. I think also because he's a small quarterback and can't see the D from the shotgun. Well, under center, he needs to do a lot of shifting in the pocket. Yeah, you'll take Dak over Hurts, and you'll take no Super Bowls, no conference championships, no nothing, right? Steven, you can kiss my ass. You can kiss my ass. Because if I'm such a that, why are you here? I can't be that dumb. You're here. And speaking of here, 500 is very dumb, but 500 does know things, and 500 knows the factor. I'm done with all the shopping, chopping, and cleaning, and spending all these hours of prepping a meal when I can get the factor. That's right, the factor. Fresh, never frozen meals that ship right to your door and are ready in 2 minutes flat. That's right. We're talking pasta, we're talking meatballs, we're talking roasted veggies, we're talking about 30 to 50 grams of protein, 0 refined sugars, 0 seed oils, 0 garbage, just really good food that actually tastes insane. Keto, high protein, vegan, calorie smart, doesn't matter what your goal is, they've got 100 plus new options every week, built by dietitians, so you win. No prep, no mess, just heat it, eat it, and keep moving. All you have to do is head to factor75.com or click the link below and use code Philly500 FB50 to get 50% off your first Factor box plus a free breakfast for 1 year. That's 1 year. That's code Philly500 FB50 at factor75.com to get 50% off plus a free breakfast for 1 year. Offer valid for new Factor customers with code and qualifying auto renewing subscription purchase. Right now, go out and check Factor 75. Shout out to Factor 75 for sponsoring this video. We appreciate it so very, very much. And where were we? Oh, I was getting called Jalen Knight 500. I'm not even that. I'm just keeping it real. Sean David, thank you for super chat. He goes, when we've been down a touchdown and there's like 2 minutes left, what games has Jalen Hurts brought us back besides the Bills? Didn't he do it against the Rams this year? 4th down versus the Rams late in the game, takes the lead on a touchdown pass to Devontae Smith. You don't remember that? Thank you for the super chat. Sandy, thank you for super chat. Mark loves Factor. Mark loves Factor. That's good. Factor's good, man. Nice and fresh. They make it here in-house in the States. Beautiful. Look at you, spokes, but yeah, look at me. I'm getting there somewhere. Start of 3rd quarter. My question: previous years weren't vanilla with Hurts, so how is the scheme this year being so vanilla and Hurts? It was vanilla. I'd say pretty much every year except for when Steichen got control. Even last year it was vanilla, but the difference last year was that the run game was able to mask a lot of the issues. The Eagles were suffering from a Thanksgiving deal. I hope you're right. I hope it was. Jalen Hurts definitely missing guys. Yeah, nobody doubts that. I don't doubt that at all. I don't disagree with that at all. I thought Hurts stunk the other day. No fire. If you don't blame Jalen, if you don't blame everything on Jalen, then you're Jalen apparently. Yeah, I'm not a Jalenite. I'm not. I'm just honest. I always judge a quarterback by what did he do when he left the field. Nick Foles, remember Saints playoff game. I knew Nick Foles could win the big game because Nick Foles came off the field in that New Orleans game and he gave us the lead. You can't hold it against the player what the defense does. What Jalen Hurts did, you said, where's a clutch moment? There you go. That was a clutch moment. I could say what Hurts does good and what he does bad. I can say that. I think I look at it pretty fairly, to be honest with you. How can you take all these asshats in the chat? I guess they're paying you to talk shit helps, huh? I don't mind talking football with people, even if they call me names and don't agree. When they call me names, I feel like that I'm winning the argument. Love you, Philly. Love you too. Hurts on the Cowboys probably would have 2 Super Bowl rings. Yeah, because you got to remember, Dallas had very, very good teams. Unlike, I know you guys like to change history, but they had a lot of good teams. They were a 1 seed. They were a 2 seed. They couldn't win. Hurts wins those games. Random, thank you for Super Chat. He goes, Hurts been playing bad, but some people can't see the forest for the trees. Pick and choose instead of seeing the full body of work. I agree, Random. And Hurts hasn't been good, and he is limited. And he's going to annoy people with his style of play. And things that he can't do that they think a quarterback should be able to do. All that is true. But I still trust him in clutch situations more than Dak Prescott or many other quarterbacks, for that matter. Foles is a legend, no doubt. Hurts on the Cowboys wins a couple Super Bowls. The year they were the 1 seed, what did they lose? The Giants? Giants came in there and beat them. Then they were a 2 seed. They lost to Green Bay. Like Dallas had really good teams and still lost. It shook there's 500. These fools have TikTok brain. Now there's no stepping back and look at the total resume of success over the last 5 years. They can only remember what happened 5 minutes ago. Yeah, that's it. That's it. Wow, he didn't get it. 3rd and 3. Jalen Knight 500 is your new name. That doesn't bother me at all. I think it's funny. Retard 500. Okay, yeah. If I am that, then you what are you? Because you're here. What does it say about you, buddy? Don't say a lot. I will say this. Noticing how we release players and they ball out with other teams. If we trade Hurts, he's going to ball out on another team. They ain't trade him. For the 6, kick it. But what if clutch can't win games as a tough spot? You got to have a backup. Yeah, you got to have a backup. But what if clutch can't win games and is tough spot? You have to explain what you mean. Tack on the Eagles would choke. He would choke in the playoffs. I'm an idiot. No, I know you're saying he's an idiot, but yeah, I know. Call me whatever you want. It don't bother me. It don't bother me. I'm gonna get off of here and I'm gonna make babies. I'm gonna do my thing. I don't care what people call me. I think it's so easy to it's so easy to go after Hurts right now. Oh, Hurts is an easy target. Let's just go after Hurts. He can't do this. He can't do that. But then he goes and he wins. Then you love him. I'm sorry. We already know what Hurts' limitations have been in the NFL in the past. Everybody already knows it. We've known it for years. You're just recycling the same shit. That's all they're doing. It's like, oh, Hurts didn't throw well against the Rams. Oh, you mean Hurts when he came out, he hurt his knee and he couldn't throw in the snow? Of course he's not going to be able to throw in the snow. He's not Stafford. But he won. He won. I don't know what is worse, listening to you, Brandon fans, listening to you or the chat talk about movies you like. What movies are we talking about? Don't worry about him, 500. He's one of the... That's the name we stand. Thanks. I appreciate that. Ish David Super Chat goes, who was saying they don't like a game manager? I don't know. I don't know. Not gonna lie, I had to look up James Casey like an hour ago. Surprise tight ends coach for the Bengals. What about him? I don't even know anything about what about James Casey? Statistically, this is actually one of Hurts' best years. He's had bad games recently, but I don't know how people think he's been. Yeah, I don't know. I thought it was funny. I was listening to Cilio, and he's like trashing Hurts, and then he's like, "All right, I'm gonna do my ranking of quarterbacks. Number 8, Jalen Hurts." I'm thinking to myself, you just said he's the 8th best quarterback after you acted like he's the worst quarterback ever to play. You haven't ranked 8th. How bad can you be? No, I know you weren't. I know you weren't. They got to keep Patullo till the end of the year. 500, my guy. Every quarterback has flaws. Yeah. What Hurts is a smart quarterback and don't flinch and ice in his blood and knows what it takes to win. I'd rather have him than knife up. Me too. I would rather look. I've watched enough football. I saw the McNabb years, the Cunningham years, and I saw all the big passing numbers. I would rather have a guy that win the big games. Meaning sometimes your quarterback isn't connected and lost his mojo. You got to have a backup plan. No, I agree. Like if he's struggling in a game and you want to bench him and get him out, clear his head, take a look, send a message, I'm okay with that. You all are saying Hurts was better than Prescott. No, I still think he is. I still would take him over Dak. Because I would rather have a guy that could win the big game than a guy who just puts up numbers in the regular season. My evaluation has not changed at all. I would rather have Hurts than Dak Prescott. Yes, I would. Because I know that Jalen Hurts can win the big game. I don't believe Dak can. And until Dak can prove that he can, I don't trust him. Blackman TV, thank you for the super chat. People didn't bitch this much about Sam Bradford, and this man Hurts won a Super Bowl and a Super Bowl MVP. And he went to another one and played his best game, almost won that one. We were a penalty away from him going down and winning that one. This game is so bad, it's a shame. $500, I went through them years as well. These other fans didn't go through that. No. I mean, it's like, I want to win. I don't want to choke in the playoffs. I don't want that. I've had that. I heard somebody can't vandalize KP's house. Yeah, that's not cool, man. It's not cool. You should never vandalize a guy's house. Here we go. So, what happens in the regular season? Come playoff time, no team is lined up against Philly thinking it's going to be a cakewalk. No. If the Eagles get it together, and let's say the Eagles could turn things around. Slate, I know, but let's say they could get things going. They're the team that nobody wants to play. Nobody. Hurts was a passenger during a Super Bowl run. Let's keep it real. Let's keep it real. You go watch that Super Bowl, and you tell me in that game where he's the passenger. He manned the ship. He took it across the finish line. You can't say he was a passenger on a Super Bowl run when his best game was literally the Super Bowl. And he had to throw. They didn't run the ball. Eagles couldn't run the ball that game. Do you remember? Hurts went out there and tore it up throwing. So you can't say that. You can't say that. That Eagles fan, David Super Chat goes, "What up, Philly? Do you think we choke again?" No, I think we're gonna blow I think we're gonna blow the Chargers out. Probably David Super Chat. He goes, "If you put Mac Jones on the Eagles, they'd improve." Really? They'd improve what? They'd improve what? They're gonna improve in the playoffs? They're gonna improve the Super Bowl last year? I don't know what Mac Jones can do in the playoffs. I have no idea. We have to see. You're calling a guy a passenger who went out and throws all over the field against the AFC champion. And then you call that a passenger. Yeah. If he's a passenger, then what is Dak? Imagine seeing a resume acting like accents. 2 Pro Bowls, 1 All-Pro, 2 NFC Championship games, 2 Super Bowls, 1 Super Bowl MVP runner-up, first 10 RTDs, 10... Yeah. I just don't get it. There's no convincing people because people are so caught up in numbers and in passing yards and all that stuff. But that's never playoff football. And I can say all that and then tell you Hurts isn't perfect. He's got limitations as a quarterback. I know that. I know what he is. I know he's not going to go out to 35 touchdowns or 40 touchdowns. I understand that. But I'd still take him because the big games, I trust him way more than most of the quarterbacks in the league. Rob Van Dam, David Super Chat goes, "Jalen Hurts is not limited." Stop saying that. Top 3 quarterback. Thank you, Rob Van Dam. Rob Van Dam was one of my favorite ECW guys, by the way. Nick, well, see, that I agree with. That I agree with. Yes, in the Super Bowl he balls out, but in the games prior, oh really? So the NFC Championship game, they scored 55 points. He was horrible, right? Is that what you're telling me? He had a horrible NFC Championship game. I think he had a pretty good NFC Championship game. So I don't agree with you. And you can't say a guy got carried and then he won the biggest game of them all, and he put it in his hands. How can you say that? That's crazy to me. That's crazy to me. Blackman TV, thank you for super chat. Because people are morons. Only difference this year and last year is the O&D line and the offensive corner. But talk about his Hurts. Make that make sense. Agreed. You give the Eagles. The biggest problem with the Eagles is they got no run game. They can't run the football. You up 21-0 on Dallas, and you can't run the football. You find that running game, that offense, everything will click in. If he's a passer, Dak is on the curbside. Yeah. Dak's waiting for the car to come in to fill it up with gas then. We ain't losing it. We ain't losing the Chargers. We're gonna blow them out. What's the point spread in that game? I'm gonna bet it big. If the Eagles lose to the Chargers, it's over. They've quit on the coach. Where's the game? I don't have the game. I'm trying to find the odds. Let's see. Eagles are 3-point favorites. Oh, I'm taking that. I'm betting that big. I'm betting that big. They missed the field goal. We're going to beat them. 500 betting on Patullo. Nah, I'm betting on the players. I'm betting big on the Eagles. They're gonna win. They're gonna win by double digits. Double-digit win. $500. Please bet 15. Why that little? Why that little? We're going better than that. You're going to lose against. We'll see. I can tell you what. If the Chargers do beat the Eagles, season's over. Dallas will win the division because the Eagles. It tells you the Eagles quit on the coach. But I don't think it's going to happen. I think the Eagles are going to come out and blow the crap out of that team. Bet my weight. I want to make money, man. It's not enough. I'll bet your weight though. Or how about your mama's? Save your money. Nah, I'm gonna bet it. I'm gonna bet that game. Our team's not capable of blowing anyone out. Okay. Alright. I'm glad you think that. I don't think that. Eagles are gonna blow them out. When I say blow them out, Eagles will win by double digits. Look at it. Look at his face, man. What are you talking about? That's a face you can trust. What are you talking about? Speaking of stuff you can trust, definitely check out the Shakedown store. Philly Shakedown got a bunch of new stuff. Holiday merch, it's there. Black Friday sale, I think it's still going on, but go check it out nonetheless. We got a bunch of stuff, and you're going to want it after the Eagles destroy the Chargers on Monday Night Football. It's going to be a beauty to behold. You're going to be saying, damn, 500, you were right. The Eagles are tearing the Chargers a new one. Definitely go check out the Shakedown store. You don't want to miss it. Link is in the description. I love it, man. I love it. Break it. Eagles are the first team in NFL history to lose 2 games in a row and be 8-4. They'll be okay laughing my ass off. Is that true? Has no 8-4 team ever lost 2 in a row? That can't be true. Not only are the Cowboys getting the playoffs, but they're going to win the NFC East. Yeah, no, I forgot to say to you, Marcus, man, happy, merry Cowboys choke season, man. It's here. December 1st, start of your choke season. We are now on the clock for the choke. $500, you're the home, but you know we lose if Patul calls plays. We're gonna win this game. I'm telling you, we're gonna win this game. It's the season. This team is going to respond like champions. They're gonna respond. What did we do? When we lost to the Giants, right? Remember that? We got crushed by the Giants. Everybody's saying the season was over. Season's over. Who's the team we played right after the Giants? Was it the Vikings? I think that's what's going to happen. They surrounded Patul's house so he can't leave cold plays. Yeah, I don't like that whole stuff, Chargers are a well-coached team. They are. I agree. I'm not saying anything against them. Just need them to sit down and design plays together. CJ and others say how easy offense is to read. I mean, look at Chris Jones. He complained about seeing the same play over and over. Yeah, 5 times in a row. Yeah. That we're gonna find out. We will know Monday night. Chicago's playing great going into the game. How about Chicago's playing really good? That Chicago game this week, Green Bay Chicago's a hell of a game. I'll be streaming that game. It'll be much better than this 30-7 debacle. That's my heart. We'll find out. I mean, we're gonna find out. I don't think it's my heart. I really don't. But we'll find out. You might be right. People's lives are so sad to be cruel over a game they can't personally play. None of these players were talking all this trash when we were winning, right? I can see if Dallas loses this Thursday, then they ain't making shit. Then I don't think Dallas is winning this week. I don't think Dallas. I mean, I can't see Detroit. And I'm just keeping it real. I can't see Detroit losing 3 in a row, and they're at home on Thursday Night Football. No, Dallas going to get their ass kicked. I actually think that could be a blowout. I think Detroit might spank them. Unless the refs are calling 15 penalties. $500. Only thing my salvage this season is you do a dingbat tinfoil. Yeah, I just did one last month. I'm doing another one. We'll do another one soon. Only Detroit has St. Brown out Laporta, which is a concern. Yeah, they still got enough weapons though. They still got receivers that can play, man. I'm telling you, they're gonna win. We'll find out, Marcus. I mean, I don't think they've been as good as they were last year, but I mean that's a team coming off 2 losses. I can't see them losing 3 in a row. No, I didn't think Dallas was going to win last week. You're right. But if you would have said, who has a better chance to win against Dallas, the Lions or the Chiefs? I would have said the Lions. The Chiefs. It's very hard for me to close my eyes and imagine the Chiefs missing the playoffs. Still is. So we'll see. So you think the Eagles could see the Bears against the playoffs? Very possible. Yeah. Very possible. Hopefully it won't be in Chicago, though. When all's said and done, Dallas is going to choke and it's going to be glorious. Dallas is going to lose to Detroit, and the Eagles are going to beat the Chargers, and then the Eagles are going to beat the Raiders, and then the Eagles are going to beat the Commanders, and that's going to lock the division up. And once the division's locked up, Dallas is done. They're not getting in as a wild card. So then they're going to tell us how great they are last year. If we just started better, we would wait till next year. Wait till next year. And then we're going to wait till next year. And the same thing's going to happen. This is the cycle. This is like Groundhog Day with Dallas. Detroit's offense is still not the same. It doesn't have to be the same to beat Dallas. That offense is still good enough to put 40 points on Dallas. If I were to be honest, if I got locked away and we lost it all today, tell me honestly, would you still love me the same? Of course. Book it. It's as sure as the sun's going to rise tomorrow. The Cowboys will choke the season away at some point. I'm not talking what I hope. I'm telling you what's going to happen. Dallas is going to choke at from December 1st on. They are going to choke, and that's going to be all she wrote. It happens every year for 30 years. Why would it change? You guys think you're going to beat everybody, you're going to Super Bowl. It ain't happening. You need a refs to give you 14, 15 calls. It's about your only chance. They've kind of already blown it. I mean, it's not going to be a typical choke job because they're pretty much on the edge already. But I don't think they're going to beat Detroit. I'll be here. Really, I blame the Eagles for all this Cowboy crap love because the Eagles choked that game away. Eagles should never have blown a 21-point lead. Should have been it. Should have been the end of Dallas. We gave them hope. But Detroit is going to take it away. What the Eagles gave it, the Lions will take it away. Go Lions, go. Roar! Roar! I'm going to be playing the roar sounds. It's coming. Cowboys choke season. Touchdown Giants. Garbage time. I think it's so funny that Cowboy fans are like, how dare you think that Detroit Lions could beat us? What are you, crazy? We're the Dallas Cowboys. Of course, it's not hard to imagine Detroit beating you. What's the spread in that game? Lions are 3-point favorites. It's not impossible. Giants beat the Lions. That means nothing. Means nothing. They got the 2-point. Lions are coming. Roar! I love it. I need a roaring sound on here. I haven't watched. I know I'm behind like 3 episodes. Philly, can you do a watch along Hard Knocks Kids show? Maybe, yeah. What time's it on tomorrow? I'm over the 2 losses. The Bears Friday night. It's time to get their act together as a team. I agree. Yeah, roar, roar. I'm gonna go on Celia Show Wednesday. Roar! Go Lions, roar! Lions are going to eat cow. Yes, they are. Yeah, definitely add a roar soundbite for Thursday. I will. I think that shit's funny. Just find will relax, y'all. Roar! Here's Gibbs. 10, 20, touchdown. Roar! Safety issues. Oh, God. Sidney Brown, or should the Eagles poach an old friend off the Texas practice squad? Do it. Get Mills. Brown stinks. Brown stinks. Yeah, I want a cigar video too next. I'm going to get myself a roar sound. We need a roar sound. But yeah, roar. Roar. Let's see if I can find one. We'll have one for Thursday. I'm saying the Eagles better not lose the Chargers, Bills, or the Commanders. We'll see. We'll see. Philly's stuck in October. This Dallas defense is night and day different today. Just because you guys never heard of it. Oh, yeah, you're so great. Oh, we're so scared of Dallas. Your best defender, let's be honest. The last 2 weeks, the best defenders you have are the refs. Penalty. Oh, look, Kansas City is about to score. Penalty. Oh, look, there's another big play by the Chiefs. Oh no, they're gonna punt. We gotta call phantom offensive pass interference on Kansas City. Refs have been the best defender for the Cowboys. Let's throw 50 flags in a game for 2 weeks in a row. I mean, it was the most disgusting thing I've ever seen on Thanksgiving. Refs even trying to hide it. It was. Uh-oh. Oh, no. Kansas City. They're going to score. Woo! Penalty. Offense. They did something wrong. 15 yards. Repeat first down. They're going to tame the Lions. The Lions are going to be roaring. Roar, Lions, roar. Please whistle silly. Okay. Imagine roaring in a live stream game with Mahomes in the stream as well. It would drive. We're going to do it. We're going to do it. You know they're making our game versus Chargers into a monster. Ain't characters. You know, they know this shit's true. I ain't watching that. I don't want to watch no cartoon. I hope I don't have to see that. Me and Mark met on YouTube. On YouTube. I hope you're right, but I don't have any faith in the Lions. I think the Lions are going to beat the shit out of them. We'll see. We will see on Thursday. Refs hit us in Vegas nerve. You ain't kidding. This game's so boring. Leon Banks, thank you for the super chat, my man. He goes, the Dallas refs love circle jerks with Jerry. Also, should I change my profile pic back? Last time everyone roasted my bald head. That kind of made me sad. They roasted your bald head. Who cares about them? Don't listen to them. Be bold and proud. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Thank you for the super chat. Yeah, Amon Brown has a lower ankle injury. That's not the whole team though. Lions need to win. Lions are in a must-win. They lost 2 in a row. They're at home Thursday night, trying to play for their playoff lives. Nah, they ain't losing. I would root for any team playing the Cowboys. Me too. That's right. He was perfect and they judge him. Don't worry about it. They judge me. Boy, you should hear the names they called me tonight. Don't worry about it. Yeah, I'm going to get myself a roar. Roar! So, desperate Lions game at their home. As long as Marshall Dan goes to Tin Cup on a meathead 4th down game. Yeah, well, he's always going to do that. Yeah, don't worry what people think. That's right. If I listened to people, I would be riding the short bus drinking my juice box tomorrow. But I just ignore them. I was like, hey, brother, I hope all is well. Just stopping by and say hello. Well, hello, my man. It's over for the cow. It is. Thank you, Daniel son. I'll bet you 500 Dallas wins. We'll see. We'll see, Knights Templar. 500 AJ didn't go to Hurt's wedding. What do you know? I mean, I don't know what to tell you, you know. So what? That shouldn't affect the game. That shouldn't affect them on the field. You know? Patriots are punting. Let's get back to even not talk about Dallas. Yeah, I'm all for it. Roar! Roar! Patriots are punting it. This is a 2-score game. Can the Giants get back into it? That's the question. Did you see the Hurts-Dak rap battle? No. Did Dak fumble his lines? Did he choke his lines away? Who would you want to play in a wild card round? I'll play anybody. Don't care. I don't care. It matters not to me. Giants could stop score. Yeah, Giants could get back in this game right now if there's time. Dak threw his lines to another guy. Bet he did. Shying away from clutch situations, I see. You got to pick Seahawks? Yeah, not bad. Bears got a tough schedule. They got a tough game this week. They got a tough game versus Green Bay. I mean, I'm going to be rooting for Green Bay. No question about it. Seahawks or Bears? I would rather play. I think the Seahawks are an easier game. I would say Seahawks are an easier game than whatchamacallit. Eagles not good against Seattle. I don't want to play them. If you're not playing them in Seattle, I feel like those days are over. You know. So we'll see. Yeah, meow 500. Yeah, that's right. Phil, you were a joke just like the Eagles. Oh, I'm so offended. Whatever will I do now? Oh my god. Oh my god, you called me a joke. Oh my god, what am I gonna do? Phil, you guys only have 1.5 game lead. You lose 2. Nah, it's 2 game lead. 2 game lead. You have 6 wins. We have 8 wins. The only way it's a 1.5 game lead, and this is what you Cowboy fans don't understand. The half game lead would be if you get another tie. You're not getting a tie. I don't think any team in history has had 2 ties in a year. The chances of that are astronomical. So it's really 2 games. Let's be honest. You got to win 2 ice. Leon Banks, thank you for Super Chat. He goes, I changed it back, bro. I just got sad people roasted my head. I'm Leonardo Brian Banks, and I am who I am. I love God trying to throw my fellow man. That's my man. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. You're all good. We love you, Leon. You're the man. You're the man, Leon. 500. The Bears play Green Bay back-to-back, and they go to San Francisco. Those games will be huge for Phillies. Wow. Yeah, they could very well lose 2 games. It's true. Thank you, Leon Banks. Yes. He is Leon Banks. I am Philly 500, and this is who I am. Ah, yes. Well, explain to me. You have 6 wins. In order to jump the Eagles, you have to have at least 8 wins. That's 1, 7, and 2, 8. That's 1 game, 2 game. You can't jump the Eagles at 7 wins. So it's 2. Unless you're talking about the astronomical second tie that no team has ever had. Yeah, I don't think so. I can't believe you people are so ridiculous. Six to get to 8. That's 7, 8. 1, 2. That's 2 games. Unless you get a tie, which ain't gonna happen. No team has ever gotten 2 ties in the NFL. I think, somebody put the odds up. It's like 0.0036, something ridiculous like that could even happen. It's not going to happen. So they could say, we're 1.5 games, we're 1.5 games. No, you're 2 games. (11-6) is not better than 11-5-1. But in order to get to 11-5-1, you have to win out. Right now, you're 2 games behind the Eagles. The Eagles have 8 wins. You have 6 wins. 11. Where did you come up with 11? You're giving yourselves wins again. This is what Dallas has always given themselves wins before you even played it. The current standings are the Eagles have 8 wins and the Cowboys have 6. That's 2 games back. Unless you got another tie and a win. Then you would be what? 7, 5, and 2. That's not going to happen. It's like, duh. It's simple math. You're not 11-5. You're 6-5-1. How can you possibly have 11 wins right now? You don't have 11 wins. It's 1.5. Oh my God, these people are so stupid. So I'm sorry, but 1.5. What is 1.5? 6 plus 1 6 plus 1.5 is what? 7.5. 7.5. Right? There is none. Unless you count a tie. So you would have to get another tie. Otherwise, you have to win 2 times to catch the Eagles. Because the Eagles have 2 extra wins over you. My God, people. Stop listening to Cowboys math. It's bad for you. Ty did help the Eagles a couple years. And Ty could help. But the chances that Dallas gets 2 ties in 1 year is astronomical. It's not going to happen. It does not happen. Therefore, the actual number is 2 games behind. They think, they want me to give them 1.5 because they want to seem closer to us. You're not 1.5. You're 2 games. You're going to have to earn every inch of that. Random Damer Super Chat. He goes, hello, anybody home? Think before I think. I know. It's crazy. Explain to me what 1.5 games means. This is what I want. What's a 1.5 back? How do you get to 1.5 games? How do you do it? You have to go what? How are you going to do it? Oh, you're going to what? You're going to win twice? Stupid. It's not like you can't lose 2 more games. The Eagles could lose 2 more games, definitely. But that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about the current standings and how many games back Dallas is. They're 2 games back. Yeah. Unless the only way you can say 1.5 is if Dallas would get another tie. then they would have 2 ties. That's never been done before. So why are we talking about it? Sandy Davis super chat. He goes, I blame Mark for making 50 videos a day. Only so people with a head watch his crap. Philly doing special live stream watch. But I feel like I'm doing a Philly special stream right now. Yeah, you know. No team has ever won a division or beat another team with less wins and the same amount of losses. It's never happened. It doesn't happen. So why Schefter report is because he's stupid. My old town, we had a school called the Harry Moore School for Special Needs. I think we have some alumni. I think so. Sandeep, thank you for the super chat. Do they teach math at Dallas? No. It's like, oh, the mathematical thing says this. No, the practical, logical thing is you got to win 2 games. You're 2 games behind. They think winning percentage. Not winning. You have to win 2 games or you're behind the Eagles. Unless you do the unthinkable and get another tie. Otherwise, you got to win 2 games. If the Eagles are 10, let's say the Eagles are 10-7 at the end of the year, and Dallas is what? 9-7-1. You can't beat the Eagles. You have to get at least 10 wins. You have to be 10-6-1. That means you have to win 2 more games than the Eagles to catch them. Stop looking at, what the percentages is, and Adam Schefter said this. You have to win twice. Or you have to have a win and a tie. That ain't going to happen. Jameson Smith, thank you for super chat. Because Dallas is at 6. I currently measured at 6. Thank you for the super chat. I love it. Logical, I guess so. I guess. It's just like, oh. If you win, you have 7 wins. If the Eagles lose, they have 8 wins. You're still behind. They'll say, well, we're only half game. Yeah, the half game is a tie. You would have to get another tie. That doesn't happen. Teams don't tie twice in a year. But if you win again, yeah, you would be ahead of the Eagles. So you're 2 games behind. It's about to be 3. Right, we have to win 2 games. And you have to lose 2 games. And then yes, exactly. That's 2 games. Yes, you're right there, Sanchez. You're right. The wheels on the bus go round and round. Round and round. The wheels on the bus go round and round. They go round and round. The wheels on the bus go round and round. Round and round. Round and round. The wheels on the bus go round and round. All through the morning. I don't know what else to say, man. Shit. Cowboys, we back, baby. We've not let you go off the hook. We're fighting you every ounce. The wheels on the bus go round and round. You want to be like the Patriots. I like the Patriots uniforms tonight. They're awesome. How you doing, Jay? Wow, they're getting first downs now. Big run. Henderson's good, man. This kid's good, this running back. going to be funny if we move ahead and win it. Well, we'll find out. We'll find out Monday night if that's going to happen. I do think if the Eagles go out there and lose, in all seriousness, I think they probably got a chance. I just love how Dallas like, well, we're 11-5. We're going to be 11-6-1, whatever. 11-5-1. You're not going to be 11-5. You're not going to win out. Wow. There's a touchdown by the Patriots, and there's a flag. I think it's on the Patriots. These refs must be warming up their whistles for Thursday night. I want to get the Cowboys hoped up for the last game. That's exactly what's coming. They're winning out. They're not even winning Thursday. Winning out. You know what's going to happen. You know what's going to happen. Dallas is they're going to lose a game to a team that they shouldn't lose to. It'll be somebody like Washington or the Giants or whoever they play. I don't even know their schedule after the Detroit game. And they're going to choke. It's going to happen. We were rough, right? It is December 1st. It is Cowboys choke season. The wheels on the bus go round and round, round and round, round and round. The wheels on the bus go round and round. Oh, I don't even know the words. The Cowboys go blah, 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 blah. Yep. Look at this guy. This guy thinks he's calculating the calculations. I went to Google AI, and they said 1.5. Oh, 1.5. But we got to win 2 games. But it's 1.5. But we got to win 2 games. No. We got to win 2 games, and you got to lose. But it's 1.5. But we got to win 2 games. Okay. So they have the Lions, loss. Vikings, they might win the Vikings game. Chargers will lose. You're silly, roar. Yes, roar. Right in the short horses. Oh, man, I can't wait to Thursday. Thursday's going to be so much fun. Cowboy fans, I am going to be so annoying. You better win because I am going to be ridiculous. 30 Sanchez, thank you for the super chat. Dork Vaughn is threatening me timeout. It makes me mad when he sees me because I call him Dork instead of Lord. Yeah, no timing him out. Just block him if you don't want to see him. You can block him on your own thing. And thank you for super chat. Roar is what Dak's going to do when he's down double digits in the fourth quarter, 4 inside. Roar. Then it's going to be, we're 1.7 games behind you. They're going to lose to Detroit. We are now 1.78 games behind you. 1.75. We are 1.75 games behind you. Oh, we lost to Detroit, but that's okay, Cowboy fans. This is Mark, and I'm Cowboys Joe Boo's buddy. And guess what? We lost tonight, but we're only 1.75 games behind the Eagles now. Yeah, I think the Eagles are going to turn it around. I do. I think so. If the Eagles blow the division, they have to fire the head coach. Sanchez versus Lord Vaughn. We'll have a boxing match. Oh crap! Hey friends, Mark Holmes with your buddy Cowboy Joe Boo. I want to thank you for liking, commenting, and subscribing. Well, it was a tough game tonight. Detroit, they came and our defense didn't show up. Dak threw 4 interceptions, but it wasn't his fault. It wasn't his fault because everybody could have been a little better, and we're not going to blame Dak. But don't worry, Cowboy fans, because even though we lost, we're only 1.75 games behind the Eagles. That's right, we're only 1.75 games now that we lost. So we still have a chance. And that's why I will be cooking wings, and we'll watch the Eagles hopefully lose to the Chargers. But don't worry, we're only 1.75 games because Google said so. Well, I'm going to sign off and get ready for my fireside chat. I'll see you guys later. With that said, peace. That's a Mark video. That's a Mark post-game video right there. Right there. Let's Google. They are 1.83. Yeah, they're 1.83 after the loss. That's right. It is a Mark video. That's it. Don't worry. We're 1.83. What does that friggin' mean? He's gonna give the game. I'm gonna give the game ball for Dak because he did throw 4 interceptions, but that wasn't his fault. It wasn't his fault that he threw it right to that lion because he didn't know because he had to turn his head so quick. So the fact that he threw it right to a lion, that's not Dak's fault. And anybody who blames Dak, I will ban you. I will block you. And you will never be seen on my channel again. But don't worry, we're 1.83 games behind the Eagles. I like it. 24-13. I like it. I like it. That's what he's gonna do. And it gets so ridiculous with the Cowboy fans, man. He threw it to a line because they both have blue. Yeah, he didn't have his glasses on. Dak forgot to put his new glasses on, and he got confused. It happens. How dare you blame him for those 4 interceptions that he threw right to the guys? Nobody was 20 yards. It's not his fault. The defense could have played better. Why didn't the defense stop him when the Lions returned that interception to the 1-yard line? Why didn't the defense stop him? We got to blame the defense. We are 1.83 games behind the Eagles now. It was his fault. 500. Did you see someone put? Yeah, I saw. I saw the sign and I heard about the egg. That's horrible. Patullo ain't helping Jalen. He's probably shot to her. Yeah, probably. He's not helping him. I agree. Leon Banks, thank you for super chat, my man. He goes, you hear about the man who lion ate in Brazil? No. No, tell me. I didn't hear about it. Goose says a lot of trash talking after the Dallas the Bears. Yeah, lose hilarious collapse season again. We'll see. We'll see, but we always have to celebrate December 1st. That is Cowboys choke season, regardless of what happens to the Eagles. Look up, man. Went to the Lions pit and zoo. Really? That's crazy. I didn't know anything about that. They got a safety on that. It wasn't his fault. It wasn't his fault they held the ball for so long. Yeah, I mean that's how I expect Thursday night to go, and then there'll be 1.83 games behind us. Yeah, egging a man's house is ridiculous. It's horrible. Merry Christmas, Dak. Jaden Daniels after the Commanders mess up Cowboys playoff chance. There you go. When does Jaden Daniels come back, by the way? When is he? Is he coming back soon? They should have painted some plays on his house. Should have just left a playbook on his door. That would have been funny. Now, see that I could get behind. You know, you drop a playbook like plays on the port. That would I get that. But the egg and stuff, nah. That's crossing the line. This game's over. Patriots, yeah, they look good, man. You know, we'll see what they are in the playoffs, though. You know, they may be inexperienced. They may be like a year away. Mark seriously believes Dak never had a team around him. Sad to see dementia come. Yeah, he really doesn't believe it. He knows. He just changes history to suit his delusion. Must be nice to score 30 points. You ain't kidding. Pats have a capable schedule, to be fair. Well, the question isn't we know they're going to make the playoffs and they're going to be a high seed. The question is how does a young quarterback like Maye play in the playoffs? You know, is it a learning experience? Has he got to go through the ups and downs as a team, or are they going to come in and be able to go far? That what I don't know. I can tell you what, I love their outfits tonight. I think the throwbacks are great. Yeah, well, it was a good one. Broncos pass AFC Championship? Maybe. The AFC is more wide open than the NFC, and the NFC is wide open. So that says, Merry Cowboys choke season. Philly heard the news of KP's house get egg, which I would not condone. And they said, yeah, that's a horrible thing to egg some guy's house, man. It's very disappointing, but yeah, you're right. It is Merry Cowboys choke season. I hate their throwback logo. New one is so. Oh, I love the throwback logo. I love with the ball, man. I think that looks so much better. Oh, Kelly Green's the best. I mean, Kelly Green's the best. But I would put Patriots probably 3 or 4 on my top 5 throwbacks. Mark Holmes 12-4-25. The Lions screwed us. The Lions screwed us. Yeah. The Eagles are only 1.85 games back. 500. Which AFC team do you think right now is the best chance to go to the Super Bowl? I think might be the Pats, most balanced team, best quarterback Maye is better than Nick's. I don't trust Daniel Jones. I honestly, if I had to guess out of those teams, I would probably go New England. But if honestly, I think that personally, I think one of the teams that are going to be in the Super Bowl in the AFC is going to be a team that sneaks in. I think it's going to be a low seed, like a 5th seed, a 6th seed, maybe Buffalo, Kansas City. I think one of those teams is going to get in, and they're going to beat all these teams. I just think a lot of these teams are young and inexperienced. So that's what I would say. But if I had to choose between Denver, New England, and the Indy, I would choose New England. This is Josh Allen's best chance since the Chiefs won't be there. I mean, the Chiefs still could technically get in, but it's hard. But yeah, I think one of those teams like that is going to make a run. But we'll see. Just need him to sit down and design plays together. CJ and others say how the offense is easy to read. I mean, Chris Jones complained seeing the same play over. Yeah, 5 straight times he complained. He said they ran it 5 straight times. Buffalo, Denver, New England. Yeah. I love the way Tyler Booker manhandled Jalen Carter. Yeah, Jalen Carter stunk that game. There's no doubt about it. How many times has Dak played on Christmas? I'm not sure. Laura Vaughn says, Dirty, don't you give some what the heck is going on you and Dirty, man? You guys are crazy. I believe the Houston Texans might get in the AFC because mainly they're dominant defense. And they're starting to play good, you know. They're playing good. NFC is so weak. If we get high enough, we could literally high-end talent wear Super Bowl. I agree. That's why I'm saying. That's why everybody's got to stop being so. Well, people can be however they want, but that's why I'm not so down as everybody else is. That Rams game showed me that this thing is wide open. If this team can just get their shit together. Davis has been better than Carter this year. I agree. I love it. See them blitz? I love it. The New England's blitzing with a minute and something left in this game. They're up 33-15, and they're still blitzing. Why can't we do that? I like Vic Fangio, but man, do that. You should have been blitzing Dak way more than you did in that game. You should have been blitzing them last week. Williams, you don't like to blitz. They're blitzing again. Here they come. They're coming with everybody, man. I love that. I love that defense right there. Nice play, Ellis. If Stroud could play how he played a rookie of the Texans would be good choice to Super Bowl. He is good now. Yeah, they're getting hot, though, you know. They're getting hot. I mean, what did they start? What did Houston start? Like 0-3, right? God, they dialed 3 straight blitzes, man. I freaking love that. 33-15, they're blitzing. Yeah, they don't let their foot off the gas. I mean, that was exactly that's the problem. That's why we lost to Dallas. Should have swept them. Never seen a team get 220 yards in penalties in 2 weeks. I know, that was bad, dude. It was really bad Thursday. Panthers have a real chance to steal their division from the Bucs. They still have both games to play against them. That's gonna be some good football games. You know? Postseason is so much different than regular season. The AFC comes down to which team has the best, healthiest defense. Agreed. I agree. That's why I'm saying people get so caught up in regular season. Then you look at these quarterbacks and all their numbers come flying down in the postseason. You know, but people want to complain about what somebody's doing in the regular season all the time. Stat-wise. Not winning stat-wise. Eagles 2026 draft, Georgia cornerback defensive end, Georgia defensive back tight end. Yeah, it's about right. Yeah, this game was stunk. The best part of this game was the Patriots throwbacks. I don't know how they could call AJ for offensive pass interference when Lamb picks have been pushing off, getting calls. I don't know. Did you see the one they called on Kansas City last week? I mean, like he did nothing, and they called it. It's bad, dude. It's bad. Yeah, going for early 2 was such a stupid move, but that goes to what I say about that coach. He doesn't have a feel for the game. He only goes by analytics. He doesn't have a feel. If you have any feel for that game, you know you don't go for 2 there. You kick the field goal, you kick the ball away, and then you get the ball back and win it. I just don't get it. Shark, thank you for the super chat. He goes, Hurts will win second Super Bowl and make KP look like a genius. Probably right. 500. I got Eagles Patriots. I like it. 500. If the O-line gets healthy, the majority of the problems. I agree. The majority of the problems, and the reason why the flaws come out so much is because we can't run the ball and the offensive line's been bad. If you can fix that, you can mask some of the other problems and deficiencies. They can't run the ball. Like the Cowboys game is a perfect example. If the Eagles were able to run the ball, kill clock, get first downs, stay on the field, they don't blow a 21-point lead. But when you can't run the ball and you're up 21, you're not gonna kill clock. I like that. Push off Pickens. I like that. Yeah. So it is. It is. They've got to figure out that run game, man. So assuming we do end up winning the ball and look better than the next couple of months, would you keep KP so Hurts has some stability? I wouldn't. No. I would go out and I would get the best offensive coordinator I could get. Because I really think at this point, the guy's already changed every year. I mean, at this point, the offense is so bad. I don't think you could put up with it. 500, would you hire Mike? I love Mike Tomlin. I would love Mike Tomlin. I haven't. Sometimes I haven't much this year. I usually the playoffs I do, but I haven't this year that much. A lot of times those games are already like, especially Sixers, they're already like in the third quarter by the time I get home. So it is what it is, you know. But anyways, I want to thank everybody for joining me tonight. I really do. I had fun. It was fun. Cowboys choke season has officially begun, and yeah, I had fun being called many names tonight, and made for interesting conversations. I'll say that. But I am going to go. I will be back tomorrow morning for a stream. I'll be doing a stream tomorrow, so look for that. Should be a lot of fun, and I hope you guys have a great night. Shout out to each and every one of you guys. Also, shout out to The Factor for sponsoring this stream tonight. And yeah, I will be back tomorrow, and we will have more fun at the Cowboys' expense. With that said, I'm going to get out of here. You guys have a great night. Peace.
Come on, guys.
2 minutes to go. You have plenty of time.
Come on.
Oh, shit! Dad! No!
It's over! It's over! This game is over! Cut it off! It's over!
Fuck.
Congratulations, Green Bay. Congratulations, Green Bay. Congratulations, Green Bay.
I said run the ball.
Congratulations, Green Bay. Dak Prescott, you need to be fired today. That was on you, Dak. That was on you, Dak. That was on you, Dak.
I said run the ball.
That was on Dak Prescott. Trying to feed the fantasy lamb. Trying to feed the sea lamb. You tried to feed the sea lamb. You got to give it to C. Lamb! God! It's over! It's over, Dak! Put Trey Lance in the game. Trey Lance can't do worse than you.
I'm an idiot because I buy into this shit. Because here's the thing. I am a grown-ass man. And I talk the talk. It is killing me.
I feel it coming. I feel like it's going to take Jerry Jones taking. Cut it off. It's over.